Hey everyone, the Artificial Trainer here. Welcome in and welcome back to my channel. I've been silent for a little bit, but I'm back to reveal the project that I've been working on, ArtOfficial Studio. So this is going to be free for a while it's in beta, but the point of it is it allows me to manage all of your ComfyUI environment tools, giving you access to all the latest AI models and tech without any of the hassle of having to set everything up. So I can deal with the technical stuff and you can focus on creating. One of the really cool features, Torch Compile and Sage Attention work right out of the box, no effort. And it even comes with LoRa training tools for training all of the latest models. I'm really excited about this because it accomplishes what I set out to do from the beginning, make AI more accessible to anyone. Whether you have your own GPU or you run on cloud, I promise this is gonna work. If you wanna try it out, message me on Discord or Patreon. There's documentation for the app in the description if you're interested in learning more. And I'm going to be using it throughout this video because I think it's really convenient. If you just need the model files and the workflow, you can head to the Patreon description in my link and just skip to the workflow part of the video. Let's get into it now. All right, so here's the Patreon. If you click this download WVACE file, it'll just download this file. And in this file, it has download commands for Linux, but it tells you what the links are for the downloads, and then it tells you where in your ComfyUI environment to put the files. So just use this if you need it, and that'll be all the files needed for this workflow. If you're checking out Artificial Studio, then spin it up. All the documentation's right here. Remember to send me a message on Patreon or Discord if you want access. And then follow these directions to install it. And then once you have it installed, it'll bring you right here. So all that you need to do once you have it running is go to the model downloader, download VACE. Mine will just complete automatically because I already have the files downloaded. If you don't have them downloaded already, it'll take a few minutes to download. And then if you're running on your own GPU, you can just attach a file system. So you can attach whatever your C drive, ComfyUI folder, and it'll download the models right in there. And then the next time you go to run this software again, it'll pull all the ComfyUI updates, but it'll leave your models there so you can use them over and over again and you don't have to download them every time. And you can see that I have all the newest stuff, High Dream, Wan2.1 version 1.1, which just came out, frame pack, so all of that's running. And if you have a model that you use a lot that you don't see on here, let me know. I'll try to include it if I think there's enough interest. And at the very least, there's a Hugging Face downloader or a Civet AI downloader where you can download your own models. All right, so once you have VACE downloaded, then you're good to go. You can head over to the app links and we're gonna open ComfyUI. All right, so the really cool part about this is all you need to do is go to the file, to the workflow, which is the VACE guide movement path, same one that's on my Patreon. You don't even have to choose your models out of the dropdowns because they're all already exactly where I put them, and you can just upload an image and go. I have this image of a dog here, and what I'm going to do is try to make this dog walk across the screen with this motion path editor. Okay, so let's set this up. So this is a horizontal video, so 832 by 480. And then with the sampler bypassed, we're gonna hit enter. And then now that gives us the dog in the spline editor. So the spline editor is gonna take the image and allow us to draw a path. So I'm just gonna try to get the dog to walk across the screen here. So I'm gonna make the spline editor like this, and then let's turn the sampler back on, and that should be all we need to do. All right, because like I said, we already have all the file paths correct because I put them where they need to be, and then I've made the workflow work like that. And we have Torch Compile working, as I mentioned, and we have Sage Attention just all out of the box. Don't have to do anything, just run my application and it does it for you. Okay, and then modify your prompt to have the dog do what you want him to do, and then let's run it. All right, so we didn't exactly get the dog walking across the screen, but we got some really good camera movement and it does follow the path, as you can see. So I've had kind of mixed results with this, where sometimes the subject will move and sometimes the camera will move, but regardless, it's really cool effect, and I bet with some better prompting and playing around with the workflow a little bit more, you could get more consistent results around moving the character versus the camera. All right, so let's try another one. I have this image of a man with a bird on his hand. So let's turn the sampler off to get the spline editor correct. Okay, let's create a new spline. And then I'm just gonna try to get this bird to fly off the guy's hand and out of the frame. All right, so for the prompt, let's say a bird flies off of the palm of a man's hand who has his hand in front of him. It's basically gonna draw a box over this that points the bird going this way, and hopefully we'll get the bird flying away. Make sure you turn the sampler back on. All right, so you can see that's our path. Okay, so it kind of tried to do it, but I think what happened here is the movement of the path was a little too slow to replicate a bird flying, which is why we ended up with, you know, this kind of weird moving and morphing. So make sure when you're using these paths that the motion is realistic, or like the speed of what you want to happen is realistic to what is possible to happen, or what the model could have been trained on. If it's not possible to have a data set where it happened, then it's probably not gonna be possible for you to make the motion happen. Let's try one more here. All right, so I have a vertical image here, so I need to make sure I flip the aspect ratio, and then I'm gonna turn the sampler off so that I can get a new spline editor. Okay, new spline, and then I'm just gonna make the man do a squat. All right, so the man should squat down and then come back up. So let's make the prompt do that. A man does a squat. Oh, and then make sure you turn the sampler back on. All right, so our path looks good. All right, so a crazy result, but it definitely worked. You do see a little bit of the shadow of the box here. I've played around with colors a little bit. Red seems to work. A different shade of red you might see this box a little bit less. Really, really good generation. Follows the prompt great. Follows the movement of the box great. So really happy with that one. All right. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in ArtOfficial Studio, I hope you saw, how helpful it can be. I'm working on bolstering this training portion. It gives you access to all of the biggest training tools, especially I think Diffusion Pipe is a big one that people are interested in, and this actually gives you a UI for it, so you don't even have to do it with command line arguments. And like I said, this runs on Windows, so hopefully there's some interest in that. Like I said, if you're interested, hit me up on Discord or Patreon. I'll give you access to the beta, and like I said, it'll be free for a while during the beta testing, and I hope it can be helpful. Follow me on socials, follow me on X. I post about some stuff that I'm working on ahead of time there, so if you want to see the latest stuff ahead of time, head over there. Follow me on Patreon. Head over to the Discord if you want to join a community that's really passionate about learning how to use all these tools and creating with these tools. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.